So this is a function in which we are passing a parameter, but this function is not returning any value. So let's have a function which will return a value as well. Say sum will pass two parameters, a and b, and then we will return the value, return a plus b. So let's have two values here. Say some x is equal to 10, y is equal to 20. Here we'll call the function sum x and y. So this time we are passing two parameters. The function is calculating something, like in this case, it is finding sum of those two values and then returning the result, right? It is possible to return multiple results from a function. In C, you might have studied that a function can return only one value, but in Python, you can return multiple values also. For example, if I write here calculate, so what we can do here, uh, let's say C is equal to A plus B, D is equal to A minus B, E is equal to A multiplied by B, F is equal to say A divided by B. So here we have, we'll have to declare as many variables. P, Q, R, S is equal to calculate X, Y. And then let's print the values P, Q, R, S. Let's insert tabs in these. So it is saying cannot unpack non-iterable non-type objects. Let's see what's the problem here. Oh, we have not returned anything here. So we need to return C, D, E, F. Now you can see it has returned the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Four different results at the same time. Is it clear? Yes, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, Earlier we had discussed some programs like Factorial, Fibonacci series, and others, right? So let's write a factorial function, fact some value n. We want to find factorial of n. So what we'll do, for we'll declare some variable f is equal to 1. If I write if n is equal to 0, wait, fact f is equal to 1 करना है. If n is equal to 0, return 1, else for I in range 1 to n plus 1, f multiply is equal to I, return f. So here we'll suppose we have a variable a is equal to 10, or let it be 5 first. Print factorial of a. Let's see the result. It is printing 120. What is the factorial of 0? What's the factorial of
1,
0?
sir.
It is 1.
1.
So for 0, as you
1.
can see, it is returning 1. If I write some larger value, say 10, let's see, it is returning its factorial. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I am not saving these programs. Just in the same way, if you want to check is prime, whether a given number is prime or not. There are multiple methods I have told you. For I in range 2 to n. So I have told you what is a prime number? A number which has two distinct factors, 1 and the number itself and nothing else. Means a number is divisible by 1 and itself only. That only is very important. Okay. So if a number is divisible by 1 and itself only, so we'll omit both of these. We'll try to divide the number from 2 to n minus 1 and then check it. So here we'll check if n modulus I is equal to, no need of braces here, is equal to 0, return false, means it is not a prime number. And this else is for, okay, else return true. It means the loop has terminated normally. And here, let me now write some number is equal to int input, enter a number. Then we'll check print is prime number. Let's try this. Oh, I missed the bracket here. Let's try this. Say 31. It's saying true. It's a prime number. Let's try it again. 47. It's a prime number. 49. It's not a prime number. 2 is a prime number. 3 is a prime number. 5. Oh, wait. 5 is a prime number. 1, some number, some large number. It's not a prime number. So this is how we can do it. Is this thing clear? Is this
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
Yes,
let's
sir.
see how to improve. You know how we are doing it. What I'm going to do now, before discussing any further, let me explain one more thing. We'll come back to it. Okay. I'm just removing it. We'll get back to this point. What are the methods of parameter passing in C? कौन-कौन से स्टडी किए आपने? बोलिए. What is visible to you right now? The IDE is visible or not?
Visible.
IDE and whiteboard both are visible.
No, sir.
So what is visible
sir,
to you
only
right now?
white.
Only whiteboard.
Only
Okay.
whiteboard.
Oh, that is the problem with this. We cannot have both the things at the same time. Okay, no problem. Let me write the code first, then we'll come back to whiteboard. Okay. Here, suppose we have a function fn with a parameter x, and we are printing its value x. Here we have a is equal to 10. Print, sorry, function a. So, what method of parameter passing we are using here? Do we have any idea? Yes, anybody? Okay, the whiteboard is visible now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What we are going to discuss now is very important and very different from the way it is used in C or C++ or even in Java. In Python, the method of parameter passing is very different. Okay, rather the whole language is very different. See here, if I declare a variable, for example, a is equal to 10, what does it mean? Anybody? What does it mean? In C and in Python what is the meaning of this? Anybody? Yes, anybody, please. आपने C में तो पढ़ा है ना? What is the meaning of this declaration? In C, we say that A is name of a memory location. Where we store a value 10. Suppose if it is integer in C, so we'll say name of a memory location where we store an integer value. Here we'll write integer value 10. Is this thing clear? In C, I'm talking about. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
In Python, the concept is very different, very, very different. In Python, A is not that important. The value is important. In Python, this 10 is an object named named A. Okay, it is an object named A. Let us understand this through an example. Here I have written A. Let me write print A slash T ID A. कल भी डिस्कस किया था. ID क्या प्रिंट करेगा? What will be printed through
Address,
ID?
sir, address.
Address. A का address. Where this A is stored in memory. So here we'll do the same thing. We'll print X slash T and then ID of X. And let me write, after calling the function, I'll print the same thing again. See what will happen here. So first one is corresponding to this print. It is printing value of A and its address. So then when you will call function, so what is X? X will become X is a formal parameter, A is the actual parameter. The parameter that we pass to a function at the time of call is called actual parameter, and the parameter which receives the value of actual parameter, it is called formal parameter. So when you will call function with parameter A, it means X will become A, it will print the value of X, and then address. Look at these two addresses, दोनों same है? Both of these are same? Yes,
Yes,
both
sir.
of these are same.
Yes,
So,
sir.
okay, what I am doing now, X is equal to 20. I have changed it, and then I am printing again. Let's try it once again. What will happen? You can see for the third call, first call ये है print, उसके बाद function call किया, ये second print statement हो गई, ये third में क्या हुआ? Value change हुई, but उसका address भी change हो गया. Is it clear? Is this thing clear?
Yes, sir.
What has happened here now? We have created a new object 20 and assigned it a name X. Now it means X means something else. Earlier it meant A, but now it is a different object. That's why its address is different. A will remain unaffected. As you can see in the last print statement, value of A is 10 and its address is the same, which it was earlier. So in this case, it will not be changed, right? A will not be changed. ये clear हो गया बच्चे? Yesterday or a day before, we had discussed that few data types are immutable. कौन से थे? कौन से बताए थे immutable? Immutable means they cannot be modified. कौन से थे वो?
String, sir, string.
Very good. String or
Tuple.
numeric data types, numbers, strings, and tuples are immutable, right? Whereas list, dictionary are these are mutable, means they can be modified. Is it clear? So you have to
Yes,
remember
sir.
this, because numbers are immutable means they cannot be modified. That's why the problem is here, that when you try to modify x, which is basically a formal parameter for a, when you try to modify, instead of modifying a new object is created, 20, and assigned a name x, and you can see it here, it has got a different memory area. And we discussed that lists are mutable. Let's take up an example of this. Let me create a list. List is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, right? Then let's print the list here, call the function with list, and print the list again. Here what I'll do, I'll call x dot append say 100. I'm not printing x anywhere in this function. See, we declared a list, printed the list, it is printing 10, 20, 30, 40, called the function. In the function, we have appended a value, and you can see the list has been appended because it is mutable. But here lies the difference. X is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if I print X here, see what will happen. अब दोनों में डिफरेंस क्या है? जब अपेंड किया था तो वो existing list में append हो गया. But here you are creating a new list altogether. When you are creating a new list, it means it's a new object and its name is X. So वो print क्या करेगा? 1, 2, 3, 4. But before creating a new list, आप जो existing list थी उसमें append कर चुके हो 100. तो list में append हो गया, इसके through नई list create हो गई. Is this thing clear?
Yes, sir.
It's something very important. You need to practice it, okay? And you need to remember it. आगे चलें? Yes, आगे चलें?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now let's have a function here. A is equal to 20. And let's have a variable here. A is equal to 10. Here I print A. कौन सी वैल्यू प्रिंट होगी? Yes, कौन सी वैल्यू प्रिंट होगी? Anybody? Which value will be printed here? Oh, it won't take any parameter. Okay. 20. Why? Because 20 is local to the function. A is external to the function. Okay. Suppose you want to print this value without passing a parameter. What you will do? You will declare global A and then print value. And in this case, it is printing 10. If we are not writing global A, we are directly trying to print value. What will happen? Again, it is printing. So to remove the conflict, here, suppose I have A is equal to 20, but then I have written global A in that case it will be using the global value. Okay, let us take up an example. I had written the function for prime numbers. I'll have to write it again, or if we can get it back this way. Yes, fine. Let's check whether it is working. 21 is false. 101 is true. Okay, fine. So we have got back to that particular function. Here I want to count how many times it is doing division, right? Here I'll write count plus is equal to 1. And let me declare count here. Count is equal to 0. And here we'll print /t count. Let's see if it works. 101. Local variable count. Okay. we'll have to declare global count. Okay, fine. Now 101. So how many divisions have been made? After how many divisions we got to know that this number is prime? It's written there, true, 99 divisions. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
I am
sir.
naming this function as 1, right? Prime is prime 1. Let me use it again and create another function is prime 2. I had told you that no need of going up to the number. You can go up to the half of the number also, right? So after this, I have called it once. Now I'll call the second function. But before that, let me initialize count to 0, prime 2, 101. So in the second case, how many divisions are required? Half. Clear? Yes. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
We can
Yes,
still
sir.
improve it. We can still improve it. Let me write third variant of it. If you remember, I had told you instead of going up to half, using import math as m. Okay. So instead of going up to half, we can even go up to square root of n. We'll convert it to integer, square root of n. Once again, count is 0. Let me call the third function. M dot square root of half. Okay, 101. How many divisions are required? Just 8. Think of a number 10,001 or any prime number which is close to it, say 10,021. Oh, okay, 1,021. Look at the number of divisions required for checking whether it is a prime or not. First method mein, the number is quite large. In the last method, it is far better. Just 29 divisions are required. Can we improve it any further? Anybody? Anybody? Can we improve it any further? Yes or no? अरे बोलो. Yes, speak up. In case ये disconnect हुआ, we'll join again, okay? हाँ जी बोलो. Can we improve it any further? Suppose a number is there 10,000. It is somewhere close to 10,000, which is a prime number. It may be any number which is close to this. So in first case, there will be 9,998. In second case, 4,999 roughly. In third case, 100. हम divide किससे कर रहे हैं? From 2 to square root of n, because of which it is there. So let's assume the values are 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on up to 100. यही हो रहा है? थर्ड केस में यही हो रहा है ना? This is n by 2.
Yes.
This is n minus 1. 2 to n minus 1. This is 2 to n by 2, 2 to square root of n. If you look at it, if a number is divisible by 2, do we need to divide it by 4 or 6 or 8? Divide करने की जरूरत है? Do we need to divide it by these numbers also?
No, sir. No, sir.
नहीं चाहिए ना. तो अगर इनको भी कर दें तो क्या हो जाएगा? इन वैल्यूज का भी हाफ हो जाएगा, राइट? रफली 50. इससे ज्यादा बेटर हो सकता है? अभी हमने क्या किया? Now we are dividing it with 2, 3, 5, 7, 9 and so on. अगर 3 से डिविजिबल है तो 9 से डिवाइड करने की जरूरत है? Yes. If it is divisible by 3 तो उसको 9 से डिवाइड करने की जरूरत है?
No, sir.
No, sir. No,
So we'll
sir.
remove it. Finally, if you go on like this, it means you need to divide the number from 2 to some square root of the number, but with prime numbers only. Okay? हमें किन नंबर से डिवाइड करना है? 2 to square root of number. In between जो नंबर आएंगे वो those should be prime numbers only. It will reduce significantly. It will further reduce a lot. तो कहाँ से कहाँ आ गए हम? It will be less than 10. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, okay. Who would do it? कौन करेगा इसको? Who will create such a program? Note down. This is your assignment. So this is your assignment. Check whether a number is prime or not by dividing the number with prime numbers up to its square root. Okay. Okay. Let's continue with this. Now, a very important thing is that functions. Let me save this one. Okay. Let me save it. This primes using function. If needed, we'll extend it further. Okay. Okay. Normally, functions are treated as methods or objects. Do you have any idea what is the difference between a function and a method in Python? Anybody? Basically, they are the same. Basically, they are the same. The only difference is function is independent entity, method is part of a class. So a function which is part of a class, which is a member of a class, is called a method. There is no other difference. Okay. So in Python, functions are treated as objects also. They are first class objects, means they can be used as a parameter to another function, right? It is possible to assign a function to a variable. It is possible to define a function within another function. It is possible to pass a function as a parameter to another function. And it is also possible that a function is returning another function. So all these things are possible here, right? Let us take up some small examples of this. Suppose we have a function greet with some string. हमने पहले भी किया था ये. Return hi and some string. Here I'm writing some x is equal to greet. Let it be Nitin, right? Then we'll write print x. See what will happen. What we have done here, we have assigned this function to x with a parameter Nitin. So when we'll print x, it will print hi Nitin. Is it clear? Is this thing clear?
Yes, sir.
Just in the same way, what we can do, we can define a function within a function. It is also possible. So define message here we'll write return hi, right? And here we will write message plus str. So what does it mean? When will this return belongs to message and this return belongs to greet function. So when we are returning this statement, this message function is called, which will return hi, and string will be concatenated with it, and we'll get the result. So if I write here print or simply greet Mansi. So what will happen? It will write hi Mansi. So this is how we can understand that when we design or define a function within another function, how does it work? Clear है बच्चे ये?
Yes, sir.
And then a function can even return another function. For example, here we are not passing any parameter. We are not adding anything here. We are simply returning. So if I write here greet plus Mansi. So what will happen here? What we are doing here, we are returning a function itself here. We are not returning the value of it. We are returning a function. So when you are calling greet, within greet, we have a message function which is returning hi. So what we are returning, basically the message function. So that message function, when it returns, it will return hi, and the other string will be added to it. Clear है बच्चे?
Yes.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we can discuss that a function can return another function. Okay, once again, just for revision's sake, what is an actual parameter and what's a formal parameter? Anybody? Taran? Taran, what is an actual parameter and what's a formal parameter? Taran, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
हाँ जी बच्चे, what's an actual parameter?
सर जो फंक्शन की डेफिनेशन में होते हैं
नहीं बेटा, जब फंक्शन कॉल करते हैं उस टाइम जो पैरामीटर पास करते हैं उनको बोलते हैं एक्चुअल पैरामीटर. जो फंक्शन की डेफिनेशन में होते हैं वो होते हैं फॉर्मल पैरामीटर्स. आई होप यू विल रिमेंबर नाउ, ऑल ऑफ यू.